Have you ever heard of a wine that people call liquid sunshine? Well, today we're going to uncork the story of Pedro Ximénez. It's this incredible, really unique grape that produces one of the most intense and famous sweet wines on the entire planet. So, get ready, because this is a journey from the vine to your glass that is nothing short of magic.
Okay, so in the wine world, Pedro Ximénez, or PX as you'll hear it called, is pretty much the undisputed symbol of sweetness and concentration. Seriously, if you remember just two words, make it those two. They are the absolute key to understanding everything about this wine.
So that brings us back to the big question, right? What does liquid sunshine actually taste like? Well, we're about to find out. And trust me, there's really no better way to describe the journey of this incredible wine.
All right, so our story has to start where all great wines do, in the ground. The whole character of Pedro Ximénez is forged in the absolutely sun-drenched lands of Andalusia, way down in southern Spain. This right here is where the magic really kicks off.
And the absolute star of this landscape is this brilliant white soil called albariza. I mean, look at it. But it's not just for looks. This stuff is basically a natural sponge. It soaks up all the winter rain and just holds onto it, deep underground like a secret reservoir that keeps the vines alive through those long, brutally hot summers. So what you get is this perfect trinity of elements working together. You've got the relentless sun just beaming down for over 3,000 hours a year. Then you have these dueling Atlantic winds, one hot, one cool, that totally shape the climate. And then there's that bright white albariza soil, which not only holds water, but acts like a mirror, reflecting sunlight right back up onto the vines. They're literally getting sun from above and below.
But you know what? The land is really only half the story. The real wow factor, the thing that truly makes PX wine what it is this completely unique and kind of magical process called soleo.
Okay, so when you think of this intense sweetness, you probably picture it happening in the winery, right? Like some secret technique in a dark, cool cellar. But nope, that's not where the secret is at all. It's forged right out in the open, under that very same intense Andalusian sun. It's a totally natural transformation.
And this soleo process, it's actually beautiful in its simplicity. Once the grapes are harvested, they're just laid out on these big mats to literally sunbathe. And for the next 1 to 3 weeks, they just sit there, slowly dehydrating, basically turning into super sweet raisins before they even get near a wine press. That's the whole trick.
So, just how intense are we talking here? Well, the juice from these little sun-dried raisins can have a sugar concentration of over 400 grams per liter. I mean, that is an almost unbelievable amount of natural sweetness. It's basically pure liquid gold.
Okay, so the sun has worked its magic. Now it's time to head into the cellar for the final piece of the puzzle, the art of aging. And this is done in a very, very special system called the solera.
The Solera system. Okay, think of it like a liquid library. It's not about one single year's harvest. It's this amazing dynamic blending process where younger wines are constantly being mixed with older ones. It's like the mature wines are teaching the newcomers, you know? This is how you get such incredible complexity and consistent quality year after year.
So how does it actually work? Well, first, they take the wine that's ready for bottling from the bottom row of barrels. That's the solera itself. Then, those barrels get topped up with slightly younger wine from the row right above them. And finally, that top row gets filled with the brand new wine from the latest harvest. It's this continuous cascade of blending that builds a wine with just unbelievable depth.
All right, so after all that sun, all that patient aging in the cellar, what's the actual experience like? What happens when you finally get this nectar in a glass?
Okay, first thing you'll notice, the color. I mean, forget what you think of as wine colors. This isn't gold or amber. We're talking a deep, dark ebony. It's so dense, it's almost totally black. It's like staring into a night sky.
And then you get the aromas. Wow. It is just this huge wave of dried fruits, think rich raisins, figs, all wrapped up in that sweet, dark smell of molasses. It's just a completely intoxicating bouquet.
And finally, the taste. Of course, it's intensely sweet. We've established that. But for me, it's the texture that is just out of this world. It's unbelievably velvety and smooth, just coating your entire mouth in this rich, luxurious flavor.
Now, we've been talking all about that classic, super sweet, syrupy PX. But here's something cool. The grape itself is actually pretty versatile.
It's often blended into cream sherry to give it that rich, sweet character. And, though it's much rarer, you can even find it made as a dry white wine. Totally different, light and neutral.
So, how should you enjoy this liquid sunshine? Well, the classic pairing is with a really intense blue cheese, like a Roquefort. That salty, sweet combo is just, ooh, electric. It's also incredible with dark chocolate desserts or even rich foie gras. But, you want to know my personal favorite? Just pour a little bit over a scoop of really good vanilla ice cream. It's so simple, and it's absolute perfection.
So you see, this is so much more than just a sweet drink. It's really a taste of Andalusian history, of tradition, and all of that powerful sunshine, captured and concentrated in every single sip.
So now that you know the secret, now that you know the magic is really forged right under the sun, there's really only one question left to ask. Aren't you just a little bit curious to taste some liquid sunshine for yourself?